So, it's late. I really want to do a game show recording today, but I don't think I'll have the time to do it to the degree I want. So instead of just like rambling on about everything, welcome you all here, try to get better hand-eye coordination, and just give you a little tour of all the progress I've made in my Animal Crossing town. If it's not 10 o'clock by the time I'm done with all that, then we'll consider doing something else. So this is my town of Weyard. It's a good thing I started up in the upper right corner here, because I have a little bit of an elemental lighthouse project. For those of you who don't play Golden Sun, Weyard is the name of my Animal Crossing town. It's not necessarily supposed to be a diehard Golden Sun reference. Oh god, the bees are gonna murder me. The bees, they're gonna get my eyes. Something like that. I don't want to go for this whole recording like this. BRB. This is an icy cave, a very icy cave. Man, I wish the cave was icy and not hot, hooray. It is kind of sad that I don't have more to say or more to do. Do I even have the leaves to complete this thing? I think I just got done selling them all to Leaf a few days ago. Well, this sucks. I cannot make more medicine. Thankfully, I have just one to my name, but I'll have to remember to buy or craft some just in case it's an off day and I find someone who's ill. Before I chill, I want to make sure I have medicine for them in case Nicklin's close and it's too late to go after them. That's supposed to be just a warm-up, but I mean, we're already back in the swing of things, and I really should make this more editing on myself than usual, because this will probably be more likely a quote-unquote bonus Game and Chill than an official Game and Chill, but what's official and what's bonus anymore? So, the flowers are kind of an accident while we're over here. My sister was real into flower hunting, so I kind of went around all over the place trying to get all the varieties of flowers, even before Leaf was an official thing. And I kept getting flowers that she didn't need because I misunderstood what she said, so I'm kind of like stuck in a situation where, I mean, I have these flower seeds, I might as well plant them. And I got a little bit into crossbreeding and making hybrids from it. I haven't really taken it too seriously, because, like, so far I've only made pink flowers and orange flowers. Unless I get done with all the other side projects I want to do for Weyard. That's probably the first I'm gonna get. Now, you know what? I already got the money rock, so that's why I'm not bothering to just set up properly to get all the ores out of these rocks, because I know I'm not gonna miss out on the money rock. But speaking of resources, let me go back to what I was saying. In the past, I've never really done anything with the whole namesake after the Golden Sun world. But I figured this time, like, there's more customization to this game than ever, so I figured I'd at least give it a shot. This is the Venus Lighthouse. This is Bobby's Lighthouse. And this is the poor, unfortunate town that's pretty much made into slave labor to make the Bobby's Lighthouse. It's fitting because they're made out of boxes. And that's really, I don't know, like, I think within the town of Lavarado, I believe is the name of this place, they have trees that kind of look like this, so I have there now. It's kind of repetitive. I'll probably make it something else later on. Because originally I had the Venus Lighthouse over here, and the Mercury Lighthouse up there, but I found a better way to go about that. So, it feels like there should be something in this spot, but this whole upper left right corner here is dedicated to the Golden Sun reference, so I don't know if I really want to put anything. I could also like move the Bobby Lighthouse up to here, but I feel like that might be too close, or I mean too far away. This is the woods that you go to. I guess it's supposed to be Colima Forest. It wasn't originally intended. Like originally, I had the Mercury Lighthouse over here, and this was like a set of trees that showed on the world map before going in by in the middle of that. But since I had to move things around, I think I want this Colima Forest, and like fitting to have this house here because this is probably the worst villager in my entire village, and he lives in here with someone who, with a politician in Golden Sun that's even more of a jackass than Bobby. I feel kind of weird, like I have before the podcast, two wasps in one day. I mean, it's been a while since I've gone wrong shaking all the trees in that. I'll admit though, I'm glad I actually got it. Would have been pretty salty if that wasn't the case. So, yeah, Colina Forest, the trees are angry. The trees want to kill all the people. Just like in the game. Well, it's more so that there's a giant holy tree that the people upset by trying to cut it down. Like, common sense tells me if you have a sentient tree that you don't try to kill it. You don't try to cut down a sentient tree, especially if it has magical powers to turn people into trees. Oh my god, like, I didn't even get into that in the Golden Sun podcast. That's a whole thing in of itself. So a bunch of subplots I missed out on that. So that's the Mercury Lighthouse down here. This area probably has some room for improvement. There's like a fountain here that has pretty much the equivalent of the Fountain of Youth. Well, no, that's in Lemuria. But there's a healing fountain in the Mercury Lighthouse. So it should be closer to Mercury Lighthouse, but I kind of liked it over here too, because this house symbolizes a mill, the town where Mia lives, and the villager that lives here, I specifically moved them around me. She's basically a strawberry ice cream Rhyhorn. She's real cute. So I'm glad she's over here. I feel a little bad for moving her out of the way. I do have a villager that'd probably be more fitting of Mia to have here. I think her name is Eugene. She's like a lady sheep. I don't know. This art piece is here because I found out that it was a forgery. When I looked at Google, Google said that the art piece says that the lady had her head facing the right if it was fake. If it was facing left, it was real. Then I checked another source and it said like if she was taking too much of the frame, then it was fake. I didn't even learn that until after I bought the stupid painting. So I gotta figure out what to do with it, because I can't donate it to the museum, I can't sell it, I can't do anything with that stupid trash. So I left it in front of Mia's house now, because it kind of looks like laying in a row, but I don't know what I'm doing with it. I'm trying to make, it's kind of hard to make this area look like snow in summer, in those nice towns. That's why I got all these snow hills. There's probably a custom pattern I could do to make it all snowy, but I'm not sure if I want to resort to that. Because it'd be nice to have it actually be snowing in a natural area. Yeah, I really wish I did something a little bit differently today, so I had a little bit more time to actually talk about everything. This doesn't really have anything to do with Golden Sun. This is just my turnip farm. This is like where I decided to dedicate all my turnips that I buy every week. I had to put it on some place that wasn't too far away from my house and elevated, and it kind of just worked over here. I'm pretty sure there's like an Asian-inspired town in Golden Sun that could be approximately around this area that, if I really wanted to push it, could tie in the reference there. Now, I think this cliff, though, is intentional, because this is the general area where the Jupiter Lighthouse is. This is still a work in progress. I couldn't really find too many things to really fit in the theme. I like having the plasma ball there, because like every Golden Sun Lighthouse kind of has one of these things, but especially for Jupiter Lighthouse, based around wind and any thunder attacks are associated with it, kind of fitting here. The music playing, that's KK Lullaby, it's the best music I got to fit. doesn't fit the mythical theme of the lighthouse, but kind of, without going into too much spoilers, kind of fits some events that happen around the end of your adventures in the lighthouse. So I thought it'd be a cool reference to just cool Easter egg, the sneaky little music player back there. If I could just find a table or a stool or something to elevate this up a little bit more, it'd be perfect. Ideally, I like to surround this with a cliff too, but like you can't really do that much. And last, but certainly not least, probably the part I put the most into, the Mars Lighthouse. It's got a lot of fire because Mars fire, and I can honestly use more fire. And yes, I got monster hanging out in the back there. It's perfect. Like it's just enough off screen that you can actually see it and kind of loots. And like this is gonna sound nuts, but I'm gonna buy a second one and put it right on over there on the other side. And it'll be perfect. Like, it's not only thematic for the sense of... All I'm trying to say, it works in both the Golden Sun reference as well as just being real cool. It's like the perfect place to put some killer dragons. And if you play the end of Golden Sun, you'll get the reference of having two of them there. I just wish there was more variety in the giant monster dragons. But this works too. Like, this is honestly more ominous than a dragon that I try to go for that better fits the theme. And man, I can already imagine the second one on the other side. Oh, that reminds me, I actually gotta go over to the rest of the hall and actually order that second monster. So we'll be there tomorrow, and I can have some awesome Golden Sun reference. I'm just trying to figure out what to do for the Jupiter Lighthouse. I think it'd be, like... There's a lot of mythical statues just slinging around there, so I think, like, putting, like, some of those on the side would be cool. The downside is I think the only way I can get anything like I want is as art pieces, which are sold by Crazy Red, aka the true villain of Animal Crossing. The reason that I have this worthless painting just sitting around making clutter. And I think like outside of the Golden Sun area, I'm gonna try and make the rest of this back half of my island more of just a more natural area. I'm gonna focus more on trying to complete the Golden Sun project before really taking this to the next level though. Yeah, I don't know why I'm deciding to actually care about the paintings. I always ignore them in other times I play Animal Crossing. There's just something about this time that I just got to have it. I got to have my museum 100%. Even if it means putting up with the bull shots of red. Alright, so I guess while we're getting down to the more residential area of my island, I can talk a little bit of my days. Work's been basically the same. Still got work. Still not getting hazard pay for it. Oh yeah, this is my secret orchard. This is where I'm planning on growing all the fruit trees. Today, I was supposed to have the project of replacing the majority of my cherry trees with apple trees just because that's my preferred fruit, even though my native fruit are cherries. But I'm obviously not going to get around to that today. There'll be other days to do that, though. Kinda like having the orchard right here, though. I can't just keep expanding the cliffside whenever I want more room for trees though, so yeah, I mean, I'm sure I'll have plenty of time to worry about that. Yeah, work is still work. Not getting hazard pay, but at least I have some luxury to actually have room, and fantastic. It's 10 o'clock, so I can't go sell my stuff. Oh well. That's all I really gotta say about work. I just like don't want to be a dead horse. Don't want to keep it. Make things too depressing. I went for a nice walk in Pokemon Go today, but first I want to talk about like my whole beachside town. Like essentially what I'm trying to do with all the extra houses, kind of make like a little beach plaza. So basically the majority of my villagers are going to be living here. You did, huh? Building rules. Oh, finally someone recognizing all the effort I've been going through. Thank you. You always were the sweet one of the bunch. Then again, like... Frick, I can't believe I'm forgetting her name, but... I'm just gonna nickname her Mia. It's sad, but I mean, like, that's why for where she's living where she is, and she is sweet. I guess in some sense, semi-literally, and in the more traditional sense of it. But what was I even gonna say? Yeah, this is like my beachside front. All the villagers are gonna be living around here. Minus a couple that I want to keep in a more natural area. Either because they fit with, I need a house there for the Golden Sun setup. Or in the case of Punchy, he expressed a lot of interest in like living in a natural area, and Punchy's like one of my OG villagers. Like, I don't think I've had him every game, but I don't remember much of the first Animal Crossing, but I remember Punchy. Therefore, I assume he was in the very first game, Animal Crossing game I played, which was the one that was on the Nintendo GameCube. Yeah, I'm one of those hipsters. Kind of funny trivia. I actually wasn't gonna pick up New Horizons. Like, I've gotten burnt out on a lot of AAA games, and I just figured I'd be better save my money. And then the current events hit. The social distancing events hit, we'll say. And I was like, I mean, everyone else is gonna be playing this because they're stuck at home. I might as well. I'll probably be home more often because I didn't think I'd actually be able to get out and walk as often. That's the thing. So once we cross this bridge, we actually go into the more natural part of the town. Like, you got that beachside front that's on the lower left. On the lower right here, we kind of have a blend between like completely wooden natural area and just like it's like the harmonization of structure and nature is what I'm going for. Eventually, like, I'm gonna have to move these flowers around, but for right now, I think until I grow all the flowers I want, I'm not gonna mess around with the layout of things too much. So that's where the airport is. So you come in, the Knuckling shop is like right outside the airport. Oh, speaking of which, I was just talking about you earlier, Marjorie Mia. I should probably prepare something for you, just with how much praise I've been giving you earlier on, but I'm not sure if I have anything properly prepared. Tempting! But no, I want to give her something that fits her aesthetic, or at least a fruit. You know what? Oops, no, put that away before I do something horrible by accident. You can have a peach, madame. I gave you a peach and you gave me tights. I'm scared what this is gonna look. Oh, it's not too terrible. It's kind of hard to see on my TV glare. It's like a bodysuit. That said, I do feel a bit more comfortable in my own clothes that I was wearing before. What was I saying before I got distracted? Yeah, you get out of the airport here, you meet the shop, and it's supposed to have like all these trees around, but there's a natural dirt path to go around to different key things they would want to go to in a town, like the clothing shop, the next door, and the museum. I'll have to showcase the museum another time because we're running a bit long here. But that's my museum is pretty much my pride and joy. Like, I always try to prioritize doing things here. I don't know about this, but I got a natural spring. I think it was originally going to be part of the Mercury Lighthouse project, but it wouldn't fit anywhere I wanted. So I moved it here, and then like I got a lamp from somewhere, and I didn't know what else to do with it, so I put it there, and I thought it was kind of cool because you got like a night lit bath. So it just seemed perfect, it seemed to line up, so it'll probably stay that way for a while. I keep wanting to move this clam bed that my sister gave me up to the one of the beaches on the upper left side, but I figure like it's a cool thing to have, so I like to showcase it more in the lower right. I do have my own recipe for a shell bed now, so 2 hermit crabs? I don't know why I'm trying to catch them, like I got one donated to the museum already, and they are not really worth a lot, but while we're here. So yeah, there's all that. This is where Axel lives. He's one of the first villagers in town, and he's pretty cool. I remember him from previous games. He might have been a villager from a previous game for me, or he might have just like exist and I was aware of his presence. Hard to really say. I'll admit, sometimes there's a lot of part of Animal Crossing games that just blend together after a while. Up there in the upper right is my hoarding beach. Like this is where I put all the rare bugs I want to sell to CJ or Flick. This is my little yard with my own apple tree, and it's kind of become an unofficial place to like hoard spare DUI recipes that I don't have the heart to just sell away because you can't store them for some reason for when you come across friends that do have them. Now we made a full circle around town. That's why an awful like hang out with Punchy. Like, it's not a proper tour of Weyard without hanging out with Punchy. How's it going, Fruit Bro? On hindsight, I wish when he asked me for a nickname, I would have gone with Fruit Bros instead of Cherry Bros. But like, Cherry Bros made sense to me at the time because we were here together before we had all these foreign fruits, and cherry was our native fruit. But now I'm questioning all the decisions in my life. Next time, Cherry Bro. Next time. I wonder who ate it all. I don't think I actually got anything cool for you, though. I definitely didn't prepare in advance. You know, like, I could just give you a fruit. Am I actually gonna need this wrestling mask? It's kinda cool. I like to have to explore a hat more, though. You do like bugs. Could give you one, but you'll probably actually set it up like you did with this butterfly. I tried really hard to make the perfect place to chill. You know what? I mean, one bug makes sense if it's his aesthetic. I don't want him to display 2 bugs at a time, though. But I'm gonna do it. Like, this bug's kinda cute. I think he'll like it. Oh, is this really a wharf roach? Catch it yourself? Thanks. Can't wait to introduce her to the other bugs in my house. All the bugs on the floor. The bugs on my walls are being jerks this week. Okay. OG Animal Crossing fans, you're gonna have to level with me here. With Punchy, this is subs over bugs in past games for you, because I don't remember him being this obsessive over the bugs that live in his place. Until this game. I know the first thing you guys are going to say is, it's just a common trait of quote-unquote lazy villagers. For those who don't follow Animal Crossing closely. All villagers kind of have like their own aesthetic. Like, you can categorize the villagers into like categories. If they have like a lazy theme, they'll have certain sets of dialogue. If they have like a jock theme, they'll talk more about working out and sporties, and there's like a aesthetic that like, of course you have the stupid DUI recipe. Introduce yourself, jackass politician. Now I just feel mean. If anyone wants him, though, I don't know if I actually want to take the time to set up having him move out. I already got the bonfire recipe. I mean, yeah, I would prefer anyone else. And if any of my friends want him, we could arrange something to get him out. I mean, I don't think I can force him to move. If there is a way, I'd probably be too nice to actually do anything about it. But I've just been ignoring him and pretending that if I can't see him, he won't exist. Good night, Punchy. Wish I would say good night before I went to bed. Well, yeah, it's past 10 o'clock. I gotta go to bed for work, because that's the thing. Even though there was so much else I want to do, at least I did some. Today wasn't the most productive day, I have to admit. But it was at least a day where I had something happening. I did go on a walk a path for both yesterday and today. If I got time tomorrow, I'll actually talk about it. Sure, let's play a game. Yes, please. All these cards have patterns. You can draw one card and you gotta guess what color or pattern is on that card. If you get it right, win the paint. Okay, so it's just a little guess. So, red or black? Well, clearly that silhouette is black, so the answer is black. I mean, he would be... I'd like to have him in the village, but I gotta get ready for bed as is. I just want to finish some of the stories, because I got some exciting Pokemon Go news. So I'll definitely at least be displaying it on screen, and anything else that happens, but at least want to mention, it's finally happened. I ignored that villager that I also am not too keen on. Second day in a row. Fantastic. But really, I got myself a shiny shadow Pokemon. I just assumed when, like, social distancing current events came into play that I would not be able to get anything because they just, like, delayed the Go Rocket special research and then they pretty much delayed it indefinitely now. And it just, like, sucked. And because it just gives me the... I'm not going out as often because I'm, like, trying to stay home more. Practice, like, the proper social distancing and all that. But the other day when I was at the park, the park had, like, a whole bunch of rocket stops. So I did them all, was able to battle against Cliff. And he had a Shadow Pinsir that was shiny. I've been trying to get one of those things since the Go Rocket Leaders first showed up in Pokemon Go, which has been months. It's definitely been like one of the hardest hunts I've had in a long time. So I'm just so ecstatic to actually finally be able to do it. I really wish I took care of my storage a little bit better. So that was yesterday. Today, nothing too special happened. I did finish up that special research, so I guess that's technically special. I'm not as hype about it because, like, I knew I was gonna get it done eventually, but it was nice to get it done before the workday end, just so I didn't have to really worry about it. Sorry, I just needed a minute to think about what I was actually gonna sell. And since it's gonna take a hot minute to go through and craft all these clams into fish bait, might as well go back to story time. So yeah, I at least finished the Kanto special time research. It's technically not a special research, it's a time research. So I got my Mewtwo. It wasn't shiny, but it's got Side Strike. It's not the most impressive IVs, but it's not the worst IVs. And I was actually like, for some reason under depression because it was a field research that it would be that might actually get underneath 1500. That would have been hype, but no. Mewtwo's just way too powerful in its attack to actually get something crazy like that to happen. And I can't be too disappointed about not getting the shiny though. Like I said, that Shadow Pinsir's gonna give me my shiny luck for life, and I think the other day I got another shiny Chansey. So, I mean, like, considering I just got a shiny Chansey during the Buddy event, that was kind of the last one I was looking towards, but I mean, I won't complain too much, because now I can evolve one into a shiny Blissey and then have the shiny Chansey still. So that's always something to work forward to. I actually spent a lot more time than I thought I would, just at the very end of the day today, going into the YouTube comments of... This is gonna not make much sense unless you already followed them. How good was that Pokemon actually? By False Waste Games, the YouTube channel, and they like do competitive analysis of Pokemon. I thought it would just be fun. I've been thinking, it's been in the back of my mind for a while, but I thought it would be fun to actually like go ahead and just leave some YouTube comments on my own feedback. It's a good day for smiling. Yeah, I'll go ahead. I learned the happiness reaction. I finally learned how to be happy. It's about time. Yeah, spent probably like an hour doing those sorts of comments. And where did the rest of my day even go? That's the issue I've been really trying to struggle with. Because I definitely didn't really make any videos. I kind of like schedule and render some stuff, but mine's this Game & Chill that I'm recording right now. I haven't really done as much with videos as I would have liked. So there was a walking, there was like... I spent a lot of time on Animal Crossing, but it didn't take that much time. Nice, Red Snapper. I would sell it now, but it's almost the end of the day, so I might as well just like hold on to it, because if I sell it and then CJ's on the island the next day, I'm really gonna regret that. So, trying to figure out where the heck my day went. I don't know, but what was nice that I did today that I want to say before I end things off for real, I actually finally did some drawing. Like, that was something I was looking forward to during the time off I took from work. Never got around to that. Man, that probably shouldn't have scared that thing away. Oh well, it is what it is. But yeah, I just had an itch. I wasn't... There was other things that I wanted to draw, but when I got up this morning and just pulled out my sketchbook, the one thing that I was just hyped to do was draw Sally Mae. Or, I think her name's actually Mary. It's May. I call her Sally Mae. Daisy Mae is her name. The turnip selling girl. So I actually drew her. That was a little bit uncanny timing, that swap while I'm dropping off the fish on my beach. So I actually did a nice drawing of her. I'm not gonna promise that I'll include it in the video, because that's more editing and something that I'm already kind of pushing. I want to get this video out by next weekend. And today's already Sunday, so I'm not going to have time to... It's already going to be the work week, which is going to be a little bit more of a struggle to get it edited. Which is why I shouldn't be going on for more than half an hour, but dang it, I finally got in the topic of rambling, and I'm not going to be done until I get everything out. So I didn't really draw overseas, but I really liked how that drawing of Sally Mae turned out. Daisy Mae, you fool, you gotta learn the people's name. I don't know, I was kind of neutral to her at first. But like, she has a cute design. As long as Joan, the original turnip seller, is okay, I don't mind her taking the place. Would be nice to see her again, but, like, it's not the end of the world. And man, the internet's just, like, really made her even better than it was. There's, like, one comic in particular that I saw on the internet that really just made me, like, relate to Daisy. The thing is, like, it's kind of a risky thing to, like, put all your reasons of why you like a character was because a fan comic made them relatable to you. Because it's technically not official, but, I mean, hey! Unless the game gives me canon that contradicts with it, I'll have my headcanons. I mean, 90% of the internet has all these shippings for all these characters that will probably never get an official shipping. So why not just follow the headcanon that I like and just, like, let people do their things for the headcanon that I might not agree with. It's a game, like, every person's game is their own universe, I feel, in a technical sense, so why not just let them have fun? That does remind me, there is kind of like some things I'm thinking about, just like, why are there some shippings that I'm like, oh, I'm totally on board with this, and others that I'm like, why has the world decided that this is our headcanon? This is the way that our community is going to interpret it. This relationship that may or may not exist. I'm definitely not giving names, but yeah. I could have ended it off at any other point, but the fact that I'm chopping trees for wood tells me that I've ran out of things to do, so I'm gonna just end it off here. Perfect timing to end things off, because now I gotta run back and craft myself a new axe. Thank you all for tuning in and watching me just ramble around doing literally nothing in my game. And I'll see y'all for the next one. Take care.